Welcome to this video, friends. So today I'm going to be telling you exactly how to warm up before your calisthenics workout. We're hitting upper body, lower body, the joints we need to. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know. Do you need to stretch? What type of stretching do you need to do? Does it even help? I don't know. Actually, I do know, and I'm about to tell you in like 1 minute. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share some examples of the go-to upper body warm up and lower body warm up that I personally use before my calisthenics workouts. By the way, if you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Emily. I make videos about calisthenics training, fitness. We're just friends. It's a fun place to be. If you want to see more videos like that, don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss out. But let's get straight into the calisthenics workout. The current science shows that the most important part of your warm-up is going to be actually raising your body temperature. Not necessarily doing stretching, not necessarily doing mobility drills. It's going to be to increase your core body temperature. Just getting that sweat on. Personally, I like to either do jumping jacks or a light jog on the treadmill to warm up. But there are lots of different other options, so just do what you're familiar with, what you're comfortable with, what you enjoy, and what feels good in your body. It could be jumping rope, doing squats, going for that jog, lots of different options. When I finish with my warm-up, I move on down to an open space in the gym or outdoor workout area, and I get into my dynamic stretches.
Now, what systematic reviews suggest is that static stretching, or holding your stretch for longer than 1 minute before your workout, can actually decrease muscle power and speed during your workout, which we do not want. While the exact effect of dynamic stretching, or stretching through a range of motion, on performance isn't as clear as static stretching, it might not be as important before your workout as you might think. In general, the most important thing to focus on is increasing your body temperature and raising your heart rate, and you can use dynamic exercises to send blood flow throughout your body.
For this reason, I would recommend that you do some dynamic stretching before you get started into your workout. That's what I personally enjoy doing. I feel that it helps send blood flow throughout my joints, and I do these gentle exercises that help my muscles prepare to get into my workout so I don't just jump straight into my skill or hardest base exercises. Now, you don't want to do static stretching before your workout where you stretch in one position for a long period of time. This does not improve blood flow to different areas of the body, and it hasn't been shown to actually prevent injuries or improve performance during your workouts. So I would really recommend that you save your static stretching until at the end of the workout where you can use it to help improve your flexibility. Now, in your dynamic stretching, you're going to want to move your joints through a large range of motion and keep your muscles active throughout the whole exercise. So for example, I like to warm up my hamstrings with a walking hamstring stretch, and I actively push my heel into the floor and squeeze my hamstrings while hinging at the hips to stand up. So I'm really focusing on engaging my muscles throughout the entire range of motion during this dynamic stretch. For large arm circles to warm up, you're going to want to be maintaining control of your arms, so squeezing your shoulders and scapula and pulling your arms back behind you while you perform those large arm circles. You should perform at least one active stretch for each joint that you'll be using during your workout, and I personally enjoy to stretch a little bit of everything so my full body is prepared and ready to go when I start my workout. So if you're focusing on your upper body movements, make sure that you're using your wrists, using your elbows, using your shoulders, and also your scapulas, getting them going. Now, if you're thinking lower body, make sure your hips are opening up, make sure you're focusing on your knees and your ankles as well. I would recommend performing at least one wrist flexion and extension exercise during your warm-up, and also moving your elbows and your shoulders throughout the full range of motion that they can. You can do this by performing large arm circles and large wrist circles, in each direction, of course. And many of the exercises that use your lower body joints are going to, by nature, include the major muscle groups as well. So for example, if you're thinking about opening and closing the barn door stretch, although you're waking up your hips, you're also going to be using your adductors, your quadriceps, your calf muscles, and warming up other muscles in your lower body too. So now I'm going to tell you the dynamic stretches that you can use for each joint in your upper body. Starting with wrist exercises, you can do small circles in each direction, clockwise and counterclockwise. You have flexor extension drills. We have floor extension pressaways and floor flexion pressaways. For our elbow exercises, we have large circles, making sure you do each direction. And then for shoulder exercises, your shoulder is a very important joint to warm up. So many calisthenics moves that we do involve rotation of the shoulder. So we really want to warm up that joint quite good. Now for your shoulders, you can think of your large arm circles, dynamic cross the chest, and your scapular warm up. And it is essential to warm up your scapulas. Scapulas are the bones, your shoulder blades. And when I say warm up your scapulas, I'm referring to all of the small muscles in your upper back that make up your rotator cuff and help perform scapular movements. Good scapula control is essential in most calisthenics moves. Whether you're retracting your scapulas by squeezing them back and together in exercises like the front lever or the tuck front lever, or if you're protracting your scapulas by squeezing them away from each other, almost in a hunching motion, which is important in exercises such as the planche or the tuck planche. There's also scapular elevation, depression, and rotation. So lots of movements we want to make sure we warm up our scapulas well. Now, one exercise you can use to warm up your scapulas is going to be hanging from the bar scapular tractions, where you hang from the bar and you squeeze your scapulas together and then down your back. And now a less intense version of this is going to be the bar assisted scapular retractions, where it's the same motion, but you can use your feet to support your body weight and make the exercise a bit easier. It's also a good idea to do scapula pressways, where you're either in the kneeling or a plank position. You want to press your shoulder blades away from each other as you really push your hands into the floor. The kneeling plank position is going to be the slightly easier of the two, so pick whichever feels light to you, but feels like you're really getting some movement in your upper back. Other shoulder warm-ups include kneeling wise to T's, swimmer circles, and laying T raises. Now, you don't have to perform all of these exercises that I just listed. I'm going to give you an example upper body workout at the end, and you can just swap and substitute different exercises in case you're interested in switching up your upper body warm up at any point here. Now, let's talk about dynamic stretches that you can use to warm up your lower body. Now, starting with the hips, when we think about our hips, we're thinking about our iliopsoas, hip flexors, and other muscles. I like to use the walking quad stretch, open and close the barn doors, Cossack squats, and even the hamstring stretch, which are all great for getting blood flow to the hips and muscles surrounding it. Blood flow to our knee joints can be done by crawling, squat to forward fold, kneeling to forward fold, baby knee circles in counterclockwise and clockwise. And then dynamic exercises of the ankles, of course, include baby ankle circles in each direction, traveling lunges, crawling, and honestly, most lower body exercises really warm up your ankles as well. I only do ankle specific ones if my ankles are feeling a little stiff or if it's quite cold out. And now I'm going to show you an example upper body workout that I'll use before my upper body calisthenics workouts. Now, after performing about a minute or a minute and a half of jumping jacks to raise my body temperature up, I do large arm circles, 10 in each direction. Then I do 10 elbow circles in each direction, 10 cross the chests here, 10 baby wrist circles each direction, 10 reps of wrist extension floor pushaways, 10 reps of wrist flexion floor pushaways, 8 reps of floor scapular protractions, and 8 reps of hanging scapular retractions. Now, this should all be very light. This should be a very gentle warm-up. Now, an example lower body warm-up that I'll do before my leg specific or full body calisthenics exercises is going to be, of course, starting with that jog or jumping jacks to raise my body temperature up. Once I feel like I've gotten a little bit of a sweat on and have really started to get warmer, I'll start my across the room moving drills. So for these, I like to do walking quad stretch, walking hamstring stretch, really pushing my heel into the floor here and hinging at my hips as I squeeze my hamstring to stand up. I do knee circles, about 10 in each direction, ankle circles, about 10 in each direction, opening and closing the barn doors. I'll do a crawl round where I just crawl across the floor trying to keep my back in a neutral position. Now, these warm-ups take me about 7 minutes or so to complete. And now you are all ready to warm up before your calisthenics workout. You have everything that you need to know. You got the workout, you got the exercises, and you understand why it's important to warm up our joints and what joints we need to warm up to prep for calisthenics. Remember, even if you only have a 35-minute workout, it's better to spend at least 5 to 10 minutes having a really good warm-up so your muscles are completely prepped and you can get the most out of your calisthenics workout. By the way, in case you don't know, this is video number 2 in our calisthenics starter pack series. I'm making a complete breakdown of everything that you need to know if you're starting calisthenics. It's gonna be a 5-video series. This is video number 2. We've already covered how to transition from the gym into calisthenics, but in the future, we're gonna be talking about the best skills to start if you're a beginner in calisthenics, progressions to get to those skills. I'm gonna be telling you exactly how you can structure your workouts, different exercises you can use. I'm super excited for you to be starting your journey, so you got this. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're interested in hanging around for the rest of the series, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss one of the videos coming up. I'm super excited for them. And I will see you in the next video very soon. Bye!